Hey everyone, it's Feroz here from Live and Grow. Today I'm going to take you on a journey through the Finnish wilderness to explore 5 of the most delicious berries this country has to offer, and you've probably never even heard of some of them. From cloudberries in the bogs to bilberries in the forest, the Finnish summer is a berry lover's paradise. Let's dive straight in. First up, let's talk about the cloudberry, or lukka as it's called here. If you've never heard of these berries before, they're like the hidden gems in the forest, often found in the bogs and mountainous wetlands of northern Scandinavia. These little golden berries are incredibly sought after, and they're not easy to find. It's taken me about 3.5 hours to traipse through the forest to get to this bog just for you. The first time I found cloudberries, I'd been traipsing through the forest for what felt like hours just for a handful of these berries. But for the taste, it's always worth it. Juicy, tart, and a little bit sweet, all at once. They're also packed with vitamin A and vitamin C, so they're not just a tasty treat, they're also good for you. To identify cloudberries, look for their distinct colour. They start off red when unripe, but they change to a yellowy orange when they're ready to pick. The berries grow close to the ground on low plants, typically with only a few leaves and a single berry per stem. The leaves are rounded and toothed with a slightly lobed appearance. And of course, the best way to enjoy these berries, straight from the bush. Next up, we have the bilberry, locally known as mustika. These little berries cover swathes of Finland. You can find them in the forests absolutely everywhere. Every year, my kids and I go bilberry picking in the forests of Finland and pick up bucket loads of them. These berries are antioxidant rich. They're smaller than the blueberries you find in the supermarket, and they have a much deeper, rich colour. And the taste is far more intense than your typical blueberry. After a few hours of picking, we all come home purple-stained hand with enough berries to last us the winter, assuming we don't eat them all first. They're fantastic in jams, juices, or just as a quick snack. And then we have the Lingan Berry, also known as overlook. These red berries are a staple in the Finnish kitchen. They're often made into jams or juices, and they pair really well with reindeer or elk meat. Lingan berries are really high in benzoic acid, which means that you can store them for a very long time without too much sugar. They're another one that my family and I love to pick together, and again, they are so abundant. My personal favourite use for them is when I'm camping in Finland and sprinkling a few on my porridge in the morning. Now, this is one of my favourites because it's much lesser known and many people don't even know that it's edible. Say hi to the stone bramble berry, also known as lillukka. These bright red berries grow in rocky places and are a little bit sour, but I love tart things, so that's why I like them. They're not as common as some other berries, however, if you know where to look, you can find them in abundance. The first time I actually found stone bramble berries was when I was looking for the cloudberry. Just goes to show sometimes the best finds are the unexpected ones. Another very common find in the Finnish wilderness is the Crowberry, or vitis-idaea. Now, these little black berries aren't quite as popular as some of the others that you find out here. However, they are really rich in antioxidants. They have a sweet and a bit of a bitter aftertaste to them. They're best picked after the first frost, where they develop more of a sweetness. They are incredibly juicy though, so they're really good in jellies and juices. And there you have it. There were 5 of the best berries this country has to offer. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate you give it a thumbs up, and do subscribe to see more on foraging. Cheers.